Now, the latest venture in this has been something called ScrumKnowsy. And myself and Gertrude and Jens were sitting around a table in the Isle of Man, staring at the sea, having breakfast. And we were talking about some of these problems with certification, and in fact, the lack of Kaizen mind in the Scrum community, of this relentless attitude of continuous improvement. And we were thinking of using SurveyMonkey to put together some surveys to, or a little program that people could use to go in and ask some questions. And Gertrude was just like, oh, that's not fun. That's so survey-like. And I had been working with Luke. Luke had showed me Knowsy. And I thought, wow, we could do this with Knowsy. We could make it a game. It's a game that people play. So we formed a company called ScrumKnowsy. It's just 4 of us. It's incorporated in Isle of Man. And we had this partnership we formed with Luke in innovation games. And together we're building ScrumKnowsy, and it was released today. So this is currently one of the top 2 initiatives blessed by Scrum Foundation, which is a collection of many of the key Scrum trainers. A lot of the people who I've been mentioned, like Gabrielle Benefield and Pete Deemer and Jens Stegard and Jeff Sutherland and myself and that ragtag bunch. And I thought we were going to announce it 13th of August, but it's out there now. So these URLs, you can go there right now and play this. We do ask you to give a login. The reason for you giving a login, it's not that we're going to spam you or that we're going to spy on you or anything like that. It's so that if you later would get a license to do this as a team or as a corporation, you can track your results. And so we can help you track how you're improving over time. We're going to keep track of your scores for you. Okay? If you put in your email, then you're going to be able to come back and see what your results were. Okay? There's a couple of websites here for you to look at. The whole idea is that as a team, first of all, here's the whole game of ScrumKnowsy. First of all, we're looking for alignment within the team. Is the team all marching in the same direction? Or does everyone have their own idea of Scrum? I mean, this is one of the problems with Kanban is half of the team will be Kanban, half will be Scrum, and half is PMI. All right? And, the team is not pulling together. I want to make sure the team is aligned with respect to its understanding of the priority of the Scrum principles. And then I want to validate that joint consensus with perspectives from the outside. There's all these weird ghosts showing up from the past. And your hair is cut different.
It's fake.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Frazier.
Don't worry, it's fake.
Hey, we got to have you make a big appearance, a big entrance here, Steve.
I was watching you on video. That's why I came over. I had
That's
to see
because
you
he
in
works for
person.
Cisco, and Cisco has, you-know-what for video.
All right.
Sorry.
Luke, behave.
I know. Why?
All right. So what we'll do is we'll ask someone who's the very interesting person to rank their items, and this can be your favorite movies, or what do you think the most important tasks are for a Scrum Master, or what's your favorite ice cream flavor, or what do you think the purpose of the product backlog is? And we'll have you rank the items, and then we store those away, and then you pass this to your team members, and they try to guess what you wrote down. And we go around the team, and we see how good you are at guessing what that team member did. Are you aligned? Or are you just a bunch of ragtag people going in a bunch of different directions? And then the next person gets to be the very interesting person, and we go around again. Okay? Now, one of the other things you can do is challenge one of the oracles. And so we've played this game with them, and we've recorded their answers in the game. So you can compare your answers against Jeff or me or Jens, and we hope to add more oracles in the future. Anyone who want to be an oracle, get hold of me. And we want to make this a community effort and a community tool. Okay? And or you can say, here's my answers. Which oracle am I the most like? And so you can play this game and check your answers against these oracles in a number of topics. It goes from, what's your favorite Disney princess? To, what do you feel about the daily Scrum or the development team? How about improving your Scrum? The product backlog, the product owner, retrospectives, the Scrum impediment list, the Scrum Master, the sprint backlog, sprint planning, or sprint review. And at the end of you doing this, the guessing, it'll bring up the round results. And here's one for international foods where, well, the very interesting person has said, I like Mexican most, Italian next, Greek's okay, Chinese, and then I really don't like Middle Eastern. And Artem and Claude have both tried to guess what Alex has put, and only Claude was able to guess that, well, he likes Greek. Okay, kind of in the middle. And so we'll show you how you stack up against the VIP. Now, what Luke has found is that as teams do this on a regular basis, their alignment increases over time. And in fact, pretty quickly. It's crucial for a Scrum team to have alignment. Once they're aligned, now compare yourselves to the oracles. Now, what do you think? Do Jeff and Jens and I agree perfectly on how you should run your Scrum? Is there just one way to run Scrum? One Scrum to rule them all? One Scrum to unite them all? We might disagree. Now, some of us are darker than others. Scrum provides no final answers. Certainly not through certification. Now, I beat up a lot on certification here tonight. Well, you know, certification is great for Shu. And if you're an Aikidoki, if you're doing Aikido, you need to get to Shu before you get to Ha and before you get to Ri. All I want to do is emphasize that we become a certification culture rather than a Kaizen culture. So do your certification, get your piece of paper, that's okay. I'm a little worried that you have to pay so much to get this piece of paper. That doesn't seem right to me. Okay? And this is why this is a great result from Ron, that he's just not certifying anyone anymore. Okay? What's important are the dialogues, the challenging yourself. And what we're trying to do is make a game here that's going to help you challenge yourself. Now, I mean, yeah, of course, this is an unpaid talk, and in an unpaid talk, I'm going to have a commercial opportunity. So, of course, I'm trying to sell ScrumKnowsy. But this isn't the only way to do this. Great retrospectives are another way. Having a great Scrum Master that challenges you is another. How many of you have a full-time Scrum Master? And the rest of you suck? Guys, get with the program here. This is about Kaizen Mind, not about following the Nokia test. Okay, the Nokia test. Yep. At the end, you get to compare. And I think we're still playing around with the screen a little bit. It mainly looks like this, right? We just added the magnifying glasses. And you get to say, okay, how well is the VIP known by everyone else? Or how well does the VIP know everyone else? To see how the team is aligned. Okay? Yep. Oh, remember I said this is a two-step process. One is internal alignment, and the other is external alignment. So think of yourself as a scientist. Scrum is a research lab. And I need an experiment that has internal validity, internal consistency, and external validity. That's why we have the oracles. Is they offer an external objective view of what's important. And in fact, because we want to go from Shu to Ha, we have several independent views. And they kind of align. Okay? But each one offers a little bit different perspective. And one of the things the tool does is the oracles say, here's why I chose these. Here's my rationale. Ooh. From now on, it's your job to think. Not just to follow the process blindly. You maybe even will do some things Scrum says you shouldn't be doing, because you know in your situation it's better. There are no Scrum police. At least not yet. I mean, they'll show up in California first.
Almost every company has self-assigned ones.
What?
Almost every company has self-assigned ones.
Oh, dear. All right. So, I mean, I just saw, working with Luke today, he put this up. What you're looking for is which quadrant are you in? All right? We don't have either internal or external alignment. Wow, we're screwed. What do we do? All right, let's get everyone, maybe this is where Scrum training fits. Okay, let's get everyone through Scrum training so you know we're all at least on the same page and using the same vocabulary. All right? We didn't know we agree. Ooh, that's information. Wouldn't it be nice to know we agree? We know we disagree. This is kind of where I like Kaizen teams. I want them challenging themselves. I mean, I know that Ron Jeffries and I disagree, and that's what makes it a wonderful relationship. I mean, if he and I agreed on everything, then he'd be wrong. And we know we agree, okay, this is a good plateau to get to. Now, let's go to the next step and find the next place where we can disagree and have the great dialogue. You see, the Agile people are looking for peace and harmony and the big love in. But we're all harmonizing and all agree and all will be well. No, it's Kaizen mind. You got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. So we fix some things. If Agile has value, these techniques have value. They go to the core. The Oracle modes are free. Both teams and individuals can self-assess. The Oracle opinions, you can compare yourselves to us. We hope to grow this. Okay? We'll see who comes to us and wants to be an Oracle. It's designed for ongoing self-assessment because that's what Agile is about. It's not about getting the stamp on the forehead. The goal isn't to do Scrum. The goal is to have fun and create value and to be fully human. Go out and play. Any questions?